Hello everybody, this is Mike Molesky, and it's going to be a new creators video called Midfield Madness. It's the GT4 race at Spa, and what I want to do is do a review of the race from the point of view of the Group 2 and the Group 3 guys, just to create a little bit more race within a race interest. As you know, I've been producing statistics for each of the races where we're all together, but separated by group, sort of like more of a class, the different classes within the full race. So, and I'm doing that to try to improve the competition within these big races, because not all the guys participate. I noticed. For example, today there's only Group 3 guys. I mean, we love watching the Derek Birds and the Chris Borns and the Neil Bywaters at the top of the Group 1 race week after week, but there's some little internal racing that goes on within a big group like us, and that's why I've been trying to do this. So if we look down today at the different groups, the top qualifier today for Group 2 is Jonathan Larson in 6th place. Next is Andrew Ambro in 11th. Peter David in 12th. Let's see who's next. Next is Robert Urbano, who is leading the standings. Let me just go through the standings. Maybe I'll go back to the qualifications next. Top in Group 2 is Robert Urbano with 110 points. Next is Jonathan Larson with 101 points. Third is Jeremy with 91 points. So I stopped at Robert Urbano in terms of the classification or the qualification. Next is Melvin Garland right behind him at 17. Next is Hugo Caballero in the Chevy in 19th. Next would be Jeremy. Didn't have a great qualification today. He 21st. Aaron Shannon is 22nd, and last but not least is Richard McKay in 24th. So that's the where everybody qualified by in Group 2. And I'll be concentrating on the Group 2 guys and the Group 3 guys when I do the replay. If we go down here where us poor Group 3 guys are, I'll do the standing first, because like this, I'm in first place. Mike Molesky with 66 points. Next is Manuel Sousa with 49 points. Third is Becca Lorem with 43 points, closely followed by John Collins. Sorry, not Joan Collins. She's an actress, isn't she? John Collins with 40 points. And qualifying first amongst this group is way down in probably like 10th place is Benny, and I might get the last name wrong, Homestad. He's qualified in 14th. Really good for a Group 3 guy. Next would be Manuel at 26th, me, Mike Molesky in 27th, and John Collins in 28th. I didn't have a very good qualification, but anyway, we're all there at the back, but I can guarantee you we had some good races. So here we go. I'll start the play here. And I'll start with our top qualifier, John, in 6th place for this. Where is John? Here we go. He's in 5th place. Sorry, I said 6th. So let's start with him as the focus, and we will get going here. I'm trying to find the start. Wherever John is the focus. Way at the back for these, well, I'm way at the back, as you know. Way at the back for these starts is quite interesting. You have to be very careful. Okay, here we go. Everything's going. Let's see how everybody fares. John's in the purple car. The Porsche with the pink stripe. Actually, he's doing really well. staying ahead of Derek Bird. Watch his view here. Derek got one up on somebody. And let's see how the back is doing here. Group 3, probably the top guy is Shannon. Back down here. The last knee at the back. 27th place. I can tell you I didn't finish here. It's a good thing. To the front. Oh, who's that? That's me having a hard time. Richard McKay really is up there. Doing well. Huge group of guys. Oh, who's behind him? Porsche seemed to have done well in this course. Not too much separation here in this group. Everybody's kind of hanging in there together. Take a look at how John's doing up at the front. Jonathan. And Robert Urbano. Nice livery there. Silver car. Silver Porsche again. Mr. Homestead's right behind him. The 3 guy. So he started 14th. Urbano started in 16th, so he got ahead a little bit. Let's stick with this race for a little bit. Mr. Homestead's got, let's watch from his point of view. Robert's really putting the pressure on Peter David. He's also a Group 2 guy. So this is what I mean by a little race within the race. These guys are racing for points between each other. Robert's leading the Group 2, whereas Peter is probably about 10th. So Robert losing out on this. And Mr. Homestead's not that far behind him. This is a nice little grouping here with Group 2 guys. Which is kind of what I want to try to promote. Down here at the bottom, I'm putting pressure on Richard McKay. Richard's a Group 2 guy. Change. Friend at the top doing here. John Larson, where's John? John's lost a few places, but he's still hanging in there. There's a nice Merc, silver Merc. He's still tops amongst everybody, I think, in Group 2 and Group 3. Christian Hort, his name. Christer's the only other guy driving a Merc with me. The heavy car to throw around these corners, and I didn't play too much with the settings on from a CDA setup, because I think I might have tried a little bit less wing, or see how everybody else is doing. I'm catching up on Richard. Oh, let's back that up a little bit here. Almost got him. Back up a little bit more. Where is he? He's going side by side. You're such good racing. Oh, that's why. I was up his ass on the straight. So he's a Group 2 and I'm a Group 3. We race together on Thursdays quite often. Tried to stay away from each other here. Let me look. See how we doing in the... There's three of us together. Who's behind us? Mr. Collins. So anyway, we kept it fairly clean here. I remember this part of the race was quite fun. Three of us together, being very careful, but also pushing it. Hugo's having lap with somebody else here. Hugo in the Chevy. Let's see how this car looks from the inside. Wonder when ACC is gonna. Is the Mustang not in the current GT3 season? I'm wondering. He lost some time there. What's Larson doing? I didn't really show Jeremy too much. Jeremy, unfortunately, in the second lap, lost connection and actually dug down underneath the pavement. When he came back up, he was right up on top of somebody, and I suspect that Jeremy had some damage because he can't keep up the speed that he had during qualification. Oh, there's something going on ahead of him. Mr. Hutchinson. Let's see if Hugo can make up some time here. So Jeremy got stuck at the end there, and he can't seem to keep up the pace with everybody. Notice he falls further behind during the race. So he must have had some aero damage, because Jeremy qualified quite well. Jeremy qualified in, well, he qualified low, but he really stopped and couldn't keep up. Yeah, here we go. Look and make sure we watch it from this view. He is right up his butt. Come on, Hugo. Do it for us, Group 3 guys. Tight grouping here too. Mr. Garland's in Group 1, is he not? I believe, yeah. Oh no, Melvin's in Group 2. So this is another Group 2, a Group 2 battle between Melvin and Hugo. There's a race at the back going, and Jonathan's doing really well. There we go. Jonathan's really doing well. We backed that up a little bit, see how he got into this state. Whoa. Back up even more. Watch it from his point of view. Oh, he really got the hop here. Christian. Mr. Oh, nice and close. that up a tad. See each other. Oh, look at that. Jonathan got wide a little bit. He's got the inside here. Oh, nice driving for everybody. Nobody's given up. Beautiful driving. Jonathan seems to have, I think the Porsches are better than the Mercuries in this, the Mercs in this there. There he goes. See how he hangs in there. Yeah, he's got him there. Nope. Braking zone for the hairpin, or the chicane I should say. Oh, nice, very close. Let's take a look at the driver view there. See how close that got. Oh, yeah, baby. Nice. Back to the end of the straight. Nice tight corner by both of them. I found this pretty hair-raising when they're going through Eau Rouge so close together. Oh, he's really catching up. Oh, yeah, don't try that. Don't try that. My approach to that was just to play back just a little bit and then hopefully gain momentum through Eau Rouge to take onto the straight. Oh, he got passed by Mr. Mark from Slovenia. That'd be upsetting. So how the battles are doing. Melvin's close to Hugo. McKay and I are still battling it out. It's quite the grouping here. Melvin, hang in there. Oh, you went wide. And Melvin's catching up, or got the hop on everybody, basically. Oh, look at this. Oh, we gotta watch this from a higher view. Let's go back for a few seconds and watch this again. Look at that. Beautiful. Whoa, careful, everybody. Nobody had contact. That's amazing. They're just battling it back and forth and back and forth. 3 different cars. Very cool. Two Aston Martins and there's a Merc involved here. What's it showing? Oh yeah, Merc and an Aston Martin, right. Still battling with the Merc. Gonna make it stick this time? Yep. See if we can make it stick through the whole chicane and everything. Oh, he went a little wide. It's alright, everybody went wide. Well, Kristen's gonna get past a little bit. And Kristen lost 2 places there. A little train going on here, isn't there? Watching these other battles. Oh, Peter David's at the back of this pack, actually, with Robert Urbano. Let's see how it's going here. Just flying through Spa, both of them. That's 3 Porsches in a grouping here. With Peter sandwiched in the middle. He's really got oh, somebody made a mistake. Hang in there. Is he going to make it stick? No. Great race. These GT4 cars on this Spa track are a lot of fun. Vinny Homestead is doing great, having a great race. He's right behind Peter here, the Focus guy. Yellow car, yellow Porsche. And they've spread out a little bit. Howells is putting pressure on Vinny. See if I can get the views here. Howells is pretty quick usually. Oh, don't you just love this view? Get appreciation for the speed. Jonathan has actually lost some pace there to the 7th guy. He's getting pressured by Mr. Bezak. Let's go here. Watch this a little bit. Oop, there it is. Right here. Porsche. McLaren. Said Aston Martin last time, didn't I? So McLaren. Oh no! Jonathan went wide. Should have hurt him. He hung in there though. Where's our other battles? Where's our other battles coming? Whew. Watching Eau Rouge going backwards is pretty fun. David's a little bit behind Roberto. I love it. I'll get everybody's names right sooner or later. Oh. Peter and Robert having a little battle again. This is another Group 2 battle amongst themselves. See where they are in the standings. Peter's in 10th and Mr. Urbano is in 1st. See, we talked about that one earlier. So Peter's hanging tough there against the guy who's got many more points than him. Or Peter, I should say, has 55 points and Robert has 110, so it's huge. John Larson, did he lose some places here? Yeah, he did. Let's see what happened to him. Back a little bit. Got some problems. Still have a problem around here somewhere. Kristen just caught up with him. Little touch there. Robert. Let's see where Kristen passes him. Would have been 10th place there a little while later. Move forward. I can't seem to find where he lost that position. Okay, well, let's just continue on. What are we doing for tight races amongst our boys? Melvin, how's Melvin doing? He's second behind Mr. Cavero, who's still doing great in that Chevy. It's nice to see somebody drive a different car. Well, especially. Melvin's getting pressured by Mr. Ellis. Oh boy. I'll watch this from Mr. Ellis' point of view. Got a little train here. Watch the braking points, see how they fare out. Whoa, that was close. So hard. Oh, he's right on his tail. Netta. Oh, he's got the hop. Yep. And he passed Hugo. Oh man. That was an interesting one. Let's go back a few seconds and watch that one. Even slower. Back again. How did this all take place? So he passed Hugo. It was almost touching. And then he got passed by 237. Interesting. Now Mr. Ellis has got hop on the Chevy, trying to decide what to do here through. Watch it from the driver's point of view. Full speed. I've never driven the Ginetta. I don't know what it's like. I guess you can throw it through corners. It's really nice on the Ginetta's way up on the standings. It's just the highest one. Yeah, Chris Bourne's driving a Ginetta, so it's quite cool. Oh, I'm up. I'm finally getting some airtime here. It's my own broadcast. I should do some of my own airtime. I'm up on Aaron Shannon. Good battle for a while there. Keep an eye on some of the others, but there's one. Urbano and coming up on Howells. Really close. Keep an eye on these two races. Robert. Come on, Robert. That's a Group 1 guy, isn't it? Ooh, took a little wide. Lost a few seconds there. Robert's getting a little ragged there, got excited. Oh, he lost that down. See how I'm doing on Aaron. Here's a Merc against an Aston Martin. Should be whipping my ass. This was one of the corners I was a little bit quicker on him. Catch up, but then I really couldn't catch up in other places. Draft on him here. And the breaking point. I think we both had really good breaking points on the penultimate chicane there. He was faster on that corner for me for sure. I had to take that one perfect to be able to keep up with him. Both had similar breaking points here, so really didn't catch up too much once we tried pushing it. Alright, see how everybody else is doing. Jonathan's kind of in Peter David still pressuring. Hopkins with the Chevy. Again, this is another. Doesn't look like a Chevy. Ooh, cut that corner. Hey, Peter, hang in there. Yeah, that is a Chevy. I'm looking at the back end of it instead of the top. How's my battle going? There's two Chevys. Oh, I thought there was only one. You go. And the other one. That one's hanging in there. I can't tell how far into the race we are. Where are we? Does that tell me on the replay? I guess not. Oh, it'll tell me on here. We're about a third of the way through. Just over a third, I think. We're going to start getting tired. The tires are going to get a little worn, and Melvin got a little wide there. Lost a few seconds. I'm not that close behind my guy either. Everybody's spread out a little bit. Hugo's catching up to the Janetta. Still a pretty tight grouping. Let's go to a longer view here. Jeremy's actually caught up with me in the back. Oh. I guess in the replay, these are, you just get section times. Oh, there's somebody who spun out. I remember seeing that on the broadcast. It's a Group 1 guy. I know everybody's spread out here a little bit. So I'm doing. Jeremy's caught up with the back of me. I'm still having my battle with Aaron. It was Mr. Ambro, I think, that lost it on the chicane. Let's see who else is having a good spot here. Jonathan's still. John still up there in 7th. He's having a great race. He's still the number 1 guy. He's second in the standings. Where's Urbano, who's first? Urbano's, let's see, 3 or 4 places behind. No, he's like 5 places behind. So they'll catch up. Might even flip the, they're only 9 points apart in the standings. So if Johan can hang in there, he'll jump into first place. So we're just still watching my little battle here with Aaron. It's probably the closest one right now. Robert O'Bannell's getting pressured by Eric. So he's going to defend. Jeez. Tail cam here. You all right? Robert's hanging in there. Oh, he's passing Mr. Howells. No, he did. Oh, let's take a view of that. Let's go back and see that for a second here. Our boy did good. So let's go to a cycle cam here and go back a few seconds. See how that happened. Somebody passed somebody here. Did Robert get passed by Eric? Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Robert just hung. Got past a little bit. See where our battles are going amongst our groups. Oh, that was Robert. That was Robert that passed everybody. Let's go back and watch that. That was pretty cool. Come on, Robert. So this is bear with me here. So coming into the chicane, Robert's behind. Am I all confused? Did Steven pass Robert? Or Eric pass Robert, I mean? Yes, he did. Sorry, guys. Mark, you do a great job of commentating. It's not as easy as it looks, as you can see. I'm not very good at it. Oh, Peter's up on Mr. Hopkins. Let's watch this one. Whoa. A little wide there. Still hanging in from Peter's point of view. Porsche's got it on the Chevy here. So we do the braking points. Back off, not a great place to pass, I guess. Oh, and he's getting pressured by... Oh, let's stop that one there. This is quite a little spot. Let's back up. And do this view. So in the middle is Peter. And Stephen Howells is coming up on him. So Peter backed off. And Howells got ahead of him. Now they're side by side. Oh, a tiny bit of contact possibly. Peter's not giving up though. Oh, there's big contact. Oh no, that's not good. So everybody comes around. Oh, big crashes. Too bad, too bad, too bad. So let's maybe take a bit of a review of that. Maybe slower. So Stephen hung in there. Pushed him off over a little bit. But here's where Peter just didn't give up and just touched him on the rear quarter panel. And then Peter gets creamed. I think this is where I make up a few places, unfortunately. I didn't have a very good race, but through attrition, I ended up doing fairly well. As you see, I'm in 24th place here. I think I end up in 16th or 17th. That's too bad. That was tough racing there. Well, let's see where everybody's at. I'll go back to full speed. Hugo's in a battle. Four-way battle, it looks like. Oh, Mr. Hutchinson went off. Hang on, everybody. Oh, no, another crash. So Hugo was luckily ahead of everybody at that point. Melvin didn't get... Yeah, Melvin got stuck in that one, too. Melvin was having a pretty good race. Hopefully he didn't have too much damage. And let's see how our other guys are doing. Larson's still up there. Still hanging in. Who am I missing that I haven't watched? Oh, Peter and Stephen are still battling, actually. I wonder if I thought Peter got hit pretty hard there. Seems like he's all right. No, I'm not watching that part. No, I'm talking about Stephen and Mr. Garland and Rick McKay. Group 1 guys. No one needs to watch those guys. I get enough every time. How am I doing with Aaron? Aaron and I are still battling it out. I can't get by him. He's not making any mistakes. So see, I lost some traction there. I started dropping my traction control. You see, I dropped it down to 2 for that corner, and I'll put it back at 1 when I get through this one. He was also skidding out when I went through here. As I get by here, I'll put it back to traction control 1. There you go. Having a hard time with my throttle. Watch my race in Porsche Cup. I spun it out about 9 times. For the same reason. Hugo and Peter are still having their battle. Again, this is a group 3 battle. No, group 2 battle. Peter's probably in 10th place and Hugo is in about 6th place. See the difference in points here. Peter has 55 and Hugo has 69. When the replays, these split times or these intervals are not they're only at section points, I guess, that they update. Robert doing, he's doing pretty well. Hanging in there. Group 1 guy, I believe. Here. Catches up on the braking point. Yeah, he does. A little deep there. Oh, good. Oh, I got by Mr. Shannon. Let's go back and watch that one. Let's see what happened. There. Oh, he just went wide. I mean, picked up. He's looking at the back of me. We have this battle throughout the whole race. Shannon must be a Group 1 guy. I don't see him on my list of anybody else, so I don't know if he's a Group 1 guy or not, that doesn't race that much. I stay ahead of him for a little while anyway. I don't really watch Manuel too much. Manuel's kind of by himself back here in 24th. What else is going on here? Elvin and Richard Kate are having a fun time. Battle of Group 2 guys. Time to that chicane. So Peter has 58 points. Melvin has 83 points. So again, we're in a battle amongst people in the standings. Marker. Battle going with Aaron. Again, Aaron's a Group 2 guy. I'm staying ahead of him for a while anyway. On the straight, we're pretty much even here. Putting him through this corner. Let's see what happens. Oh, he did a very good job. He's a little faster than him here. Oh! And just lost him a little bit. I'll give me a little bit of breathing room for a little while anyway. Jeremy's not that far behind. Jeremy's having a good run at it here. For some reason I thought he was a lot further behind. Let's see how Jeremy's doing. He had that problem in the second lap, but his foot's not bouncing up and down, so maybe he didn't get too much damage. Jeremy's driving style here, smooth. I was picking cars, I gave up on the BMW. I see Jeremy stuck with it. I'm a BMW guy, owned a few of them, and I drive the BMW in the GT3, but I just couldn't get this GT4 one to give me the performance I wanted. But Jeremy stuck with it. I think he drove it last year also. So he doesn't have to grunt here. He's got some battles going here. How's our Jonathan Owens second behind in 7th. Olmsted Urbano are second behind there. Melvin and McKay are still battling it out. Actually, I'm pretty close to Melvin also, am I? No. Melvin and Richard are still battling out. Battle here. Watch it for a while. On the luge again. Melvin's doing really well with the BMW though. Melvin's trying to take a peek. Everybody's being a little cautious. BMWs are always great around corners, but I don't think it has, let's see what it does in the straights here. Behind him must be someone on a, let's see if I can find, who is this? This is Hutchinson. Well, they had some problems, came up from behind. Kind of holding these three guys up a little bit, driving nicely, defensively. How this is all going to turn out. Something's going to happen here at some point. All bumped up quite a few places there. I think somebody in the top groups ended up in the pits. Oh, that was close. Oh, Richard, come on, hang in there, hang in there. See who's got the... This is an Audi. These three are all, we gotta back up on this guy. We gotta back up on this little straight. Back up a few, take a different view here, maybe back up one more time, watch this, maybe watch the entry too. See how this transpired. Richard, hang in there. We brake a little too hard on that last point. Now the Audi's just going to take off. You got Melvin first. Melvin's sticking behind Richard. He's got a little bit more going for it. Okay, let's see. This. Oh yeah, that Hutchinson. He got everybody on the corner, and Melvin got Richard on the corner too. Cool. So let's see how that ends up happening later. Here's another Peter and Robert, and this is another grouping of group 3 guys, I believe. No, group 2 guys. Peter's breathing down Benny's neck. Watch it from his point of view. Nope, Benny's the other way around. Oh, Robert's ahead of him. Standings are backwards here. There's my battle with Aaron's. I've stretched it out a little bit, trying to catch up to Richard. So this whole group is group 2 and group 3 guys. From 12th to 21st is all group 2 and 2 and 3 guys. Battling out for points. How are we doing with our Joanne is going to be giving the McLaren a run for its money in the Porsche. That's nice to see. 2 McLarens ahead of him. He's having a great race. Great race. They stretch it out a little bit on straight on him. Let's see how he does around corners. We'll watch it from his point of view for a while. 2 McLarens are battling it out. Maybe he'll benefit from that. He certainly catches up around the tight bends. McLaren's have a hard time hanging in there. Bend, but then they stretch it all in the straights, I think. Where it catches up. Nice. Late braking for him. Can hang together in these corners better than they can. Great battle of manufacturers here. This corner. Now they're all together. Let's see how they fare on the straights. Again, manufacturers. Got the exit really well. He's got him. I think. Yep. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Group 2. Group 2 guy amongst big boys. Okay, all the battles going around here. Peter's still up with Robert. Aaron is still behind me, trying to catch me, which I know he does. We had a great battle the whole race. The whole race. It's fun. A lot of fun. And again, amongst 2 guys in the same group. So Johan's doing. Again, he's a Porsche sandwiched amongst 2 McLarens. About 5 McLarens. Lots of McLarens in the top 10, that's for sure. Everybody else is kind of spread out a little bit. Aaron's catching up on me a little bit. Let's watch him for a while. Watch it from his point of view. Watch my dad driving from behind. A little closest right now. I'm doing for how far we have gone. About 7 more laps. See, neither of us cut the corner there. Cheating going on. Gain about a half a second. Ooh, Terry got a drive through. He must have got track limits. That's where we all catch up another couple of little spots. Terry drive through. Aaron overcooked a little. Jeremy's falling behind a little bit. Hugo and Peter are still hanging in there. So that battle's going. Hugo, Peter, and Robert. Right inside of each other. All battling for position in their own groups. We're more fun to watch because we make mistakes once in a while. Those guys at the top are robots. Never make mistakes. Aaron's catching up to me. Manuel hasn't been showing too much. He's kind of all by himself there. Back. Doing his job. Getting a few points. Not giving up. Jeremy's losing time here. I don't know what happened to Jeremy. Again, I always thought he falling behind. I thought maybe he had damage. Best battle right now, unless still ends 6th place now. He's still battling amongst all the Aston Martins, and he's catching up with, especially with Mr. Marks. Oh, hang on. I don't know what Mr. Marks' first name is. I'll take time to look it up. But, John kept it together there. It's pretty scary what happened. Catches up on the corner. I apologize to everybody if I'm not pronouncing names right. Yeah, I'll study up when Mark's doing his reviews of his broadcasts. Proper pronunciation. He's done his homework. I haven't done mine. That was a good battle. I'll look at it from his point of view in a chase cam. I programmed my Steam Deck here with a few buttons to go to, a few buttons you get in the replay to jump to different views. All right, this is nice. Come on, John. Touch him, don't touch him. Let's see how they do in the turn number 1. Nice. John's got him. Oh, don't touch. Oh, that was close. Hang in there. Now that's going to be interesting to see who's got the guts to stay close on Rouge. Au Rouge. Did he back off? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, hang in there. That was pretty tough. Let's watch that one. Let's watch that one again from the point of view of this Mr. Mark guy. And driver view. And I'll back up to here. Oop. We back off a touch there. And man, oh man, that's wild. He hung the speed up though. He stayed with the speed. Now the Aston's going to pull away, I guess. The Aston pull away or not? Nope, they're neck and neck. Let's see how we do in this corner. Oh, Johan got him in the corner. Nice. He's going to be able to get it to stick. Yes, he does. There you go. Handling. Handling over raw speed. Beautiful. This has been an interesting battle with Porsches and Astons. Hope I'm getting a symbol right. Not that. For a long time I thought that was a... Oh, not Aston. I said it. It's not Aston's. It's Bentley. Not Bentley. It's McLaren's. Sorry. And he's passing another one. What happened there? Somebody had some problems. Is that Jonathan? Oh, car behind. That is John Collins. Oh, he's a back marker. That's the problem. He's a back marker. That's why he let everybody by. So, how are the battles going? Oh, Mr. Shannon passed me. I made a mistake. I won't bother showing the mistakes I make. But we're back into our battle again. So this is an Aston Martin against Mercedes, and like I said, I have advantage on a few corners. Sometimes this one. See if Aaron goes wide. Sometimes he goes wide. This is the next corner. I think we can catch up. I don't know if it's me or if it's the Mercedes, but catch up a little, take a tighter corner than him. Okay. Here he usually has he can take off on me. Once in a while I can get a better speed. I just got to hang back a little bit there. I think he pulls away easily on this straight. Well, I'm drafting him right now. A little wide. I have to touch the brake here. He doesn't. Pretty easily gets the advantage. We're both pretty even on the braking point here. Catching other favorite spots. Oh, we did a little wide. Change my traction control for the next corner. Yep, I did. I'm so worried about spinning it on this corner. It's just this corner I leave it in traction control to. I'm able to give it 100%. And I give it, now I can go back to 1 point. Yep. Way too close for a rouge. I'll probably back off here. Yeah, I went back off a little bit early than I usually do. You took advantage of it. I guess this is where if you're ahead of the person in Eau Rouge, you have an advantage. Easily pull away. This is usually I have a little advantage in this corner sometimes too. Catch up to him. Yep. Here. He usually takes this next corner better than I do. Oh no, that's right. Oh, and I hit the side. Maybe I should have left it on traction control too for a while longer. 2 feet. Didn't affect my handling that much, that brush with the wall. Now let's see what else. So I could catch up to him later, but takes a while. And somebody else is to drive through. I think that's how we all catch up. Another couple of spots. A race of attrition at some point. Those of us started at the back, gained about 5 spots through attrition. Where's our closest battle? John Larson, way behind Mr. Bird. Let's see how much here. He's still got a McLaren up his tail. Are there any other battles going? Star Boys? No. Everybody's pretty spread out at this point. Poor Jeremy's following behind me. I'm sure that was because he had some issues because he's normally way better than me. Mr. Hopkins doesn't serve as drive-through, so I assume we're all going to get a place out of that one. Is he battling with Hugo? Nope, he's in the pits. Who was I watching? Peter and Robert are far behind each other. There's the battle for our boys. I guess this is the battle. It's the only battle amongst the midfield guys. Cohen's doing just so well. 5th place, that's beautiful. Let's stay with this one. There's a better braking point here. Oh, he is. This guy's got a better braking point. They can hang on to it. I wish the intervals were live on the replay. It's more fun to see how much people catch up with each other. Everybody else is pretty well spread out. Melvin, it doesn't show what Melvin's interval is. Quick peek here. But Melvin is close to Hugo. No. So we'll stick with this one. Battle going down here between Manuel's. Got somebody pressuring him a little bit. Let's give Manuel some airtime here. Keep an eye on 5th and 6th. Manuel gonna defend. Not sure what group Mr. Hopkins is in. Chevy against an Aston Martin. He's catching up a little bit. I always found the Chevy to be a heavy car. Obviously, it's got some oomph. I think either of them had a great corner there. Manuel, hang in there. So he gains the advantage to Eau Rouge. Get the distance to the straight a little bit and go back to John. John's battle. hang in there. Getting close. Somebody smells blood. Manuel's being pretty solid. Not cracking under the pressure anyway. A little wide there. Oof, a big draft. It's a tough corner. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Back off, and then yeah, did he catch him? Did he keep him? Let's see. Manuel's gone wide. Manuel hang in there. Nice, Manuel. Oh, side by side, both got the same colors too. Good respect for each other there. And Manuel hung in there. All right. Very good. Chalk one up for the Group 3 guys. Oh, we might have caught him here. Long straight. Just the side by side. Yep. See, the Chevy has a little trouble in the long 5-speed corners. Just a little heavier, I think. I know I went wide. I don't know where the track limits kick in here. Well, let's go back to this race. Keep an eye on the one at the back. Caught back up with Aaron, only half a second behind or so. Ooh, caught up quite a bit, more than half a second. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I found, whoa, there's where I make another mistake. Good for now. That's my last mistake, and I don't think I catch up with it again. Let's see what we got going here. Who's got the best battle? This guy, Manuel. See if Manuel can hold off the last few laps. Good defensive driving by Manuel. Frustrating for Mr. Hopkins. Oh, Manuel made a mistake. Let's see how back up on that one. Let's see where he really ended up. See how bad his damage was. Oh, too bad. Well, he bounced off the wall. Oh, too bad, Manuel. It's tough. Tough, tough, tough. Oh, I caught up with Aaron again. Aaron must have made a mistake. No, that must be an old section time because I don't think I can see him at this point. Certainly not 0.3 seconds behind. Can't wait for the closest. That might be the closest race between everybody we've been following. Yes, I'm 2 seconds behind now. That's pretty much where we all finished too. And make another mistake here. Jump ahead here because I think we all finish in the same spots. Yep. John close. Oh, John caught up with this guy. Let's go back a little bit. See what that started. That Mr. Bird? Ahead. Yeah, no, I guess Mr. Bizak passed Jonathan at some point. Take a look at where that happened. right here. that was lucky. And let's go for the guy behind. So away we go. Let's see what happened. John must have made a mistake somewhere. Right here. Okay, so now let's go ahead. And Jonathan's not that far behind. Should be a good finish. Lap and a half left. I think that's the only battle that's going on that's that tight. Still 6 is a great finish for him. McLaren's not pulling away. Catching up a little bit here. And good braking point. Stick it. Yep. Oh, good turn. That's great. See how far behind he is now. Can't tell where the sections end. He doesn't update very well. This corner, take it nice and tight, very tight. Start pulling away a little bit. Let's see who has the better Eau Rouge. Last lap. This is last lap. Oh, John, hang on. Both had a little trouble there. Looks like Joanne got the step up though. He's catching up. Little by little. Now, see how the Porsche performs in the corners. Really catching up. Great braking point. Stay with him. Sure you can taste it here. He knows it's the last lap. Make sure you don't power down too hard, too fast. Tire's gotta be worn out too. Here's where he should catch up. Really trying to go and peek on the inside. A little too much maybe. Okay, he's got a good jump. Come on, John. Ooh, be careful. Oh, broke him. Did he stick it? Well, let's stop here and watch that one again. From a different angle. Back up. Nice. Should get a good view of it. Outbroke him right there and stuck it. Well, maybe not. Stayed away from each other. But he's got the inside now. Nice. That's a great last lap. Such a great last lap. Now let's watch and see what he does. Follow him. Watching him now. Wide. What's he gonna get? Yep, he's got a going to catch up a little bit. Coming down to this corner. Oh, Jonathan hit the curb. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh. No, he's not gonna hang in there. You pushed it a little too hard. Oh well, that was fun last lap. Well, somebody had a good race at the end. Alright, thanks a lot guys for anybody who watched it to the end. I'm not very good at this yet. Maybe I'll get better as the time goes on. But midfield madness is what I'm going to call this. So you can see what it's like from the point of view of some of us guys at the back who are battling for my standings anyway when I publish those every week. See you next time.